Alright, now that we're past consecutive days of hockey games, let's actually talk about news updates and players that we're looking forward to seeing as Montreal Canadiens in the future. Everybody's been begging for it in my comments, and I was just willfully pulling myself back from replying to them saying, yes, I know, I got you fam, but here, it's finally happening. Cole Caufield update. I'll admit, right off the bat, he's been much better than I thought he would be. And that comes with no exaggeration, no hyperbole, because everything that Cole Caufield has done up until this point at the NCAA level with the University of Wisconsin Badgers has been nothing short of phenomenal. Why have people been wanting me to talk about Caufield again? Well, because right after I made my video talking about how Caufield had 4 goals in 2 games, he went ahead and got another 2 goals in 1 game versus Minnesota Duluth. Now, just to give a brief overview as to what happened over this weekend, because if you didn't know, the college games are primarily played on the weekend. That's when the Wisconsin Badgers did their thing. On Friday, October 18th and Saturday, October 19th, the Badgers played Minnesota Duluth at home. If you don't know who that is, Minnesota Duluth is the team that won the state championship and they won the overall NCAA title last year. They were the best team in the NCAA. They won everything pretty much. So having Minnesota Duluth as probably the team that most people expected to be amazing this year, because I do follow the college hockey boards. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't know too much about college hockey myself, but I like to follow the community around just to see what people are saying, and based off of everything that I saw, it looks like Duluth is really, really, really good this year, and they're supposed to be one of, if not the best teams in the NCAA for 2019-20. And the Wisconsin Badgers beat them twice in a row in 2 consecutive nights. Hey-yo! The first game was on Friday. A 6-2 win over Minnesota Duluth for the Badgers, and this one was pretty crazy because 53 seconds into the game, it's Cole Caufield. Caufield gets his 5th goal in 3 games, 53 seconds in against what most people dubbed was the best team in college hockey. This one was a pretty good goal. Just off of the face-off, Cole Caufield finds himself on a 2-on-1 rush. He's the guy on the right side. He's dashing in, and he receives the centering pass. It's a really good one sent over his way from Linus Weissbach. And he makes no mistake. He receives the pass one-timer in the net. Boom. It's 1-0 Wisconsin. Off to a great start is Cole Caufield, and at this point, Twitter is freaking out. Everybody on Twitter's like, oh my gosh, the guy just got another one. He's at 5 goals in 3 games. This guy's amazing. Montreal Canadiens fans better beware because he's going to be so gosh darn good. And then at the end of the game, he gets himself another goal too. He gets his 2nd on the night. Cole Caufield finishes up the first game against Minnesota Duluth with a total of 6 goals in 3 games played. And the goal that he got at the end of the game, the 6-2 goal, was a really nice one. It's stolen out in front by the Badgers, and for some reason, Caufield is just open by himself on the left circle like he usually is. And he receives the pass over. It's a one-time shot. It's an open net. It's an open opportunity. Linus Weissbach again with the nice feed over to Caufield. It's just so weird watching these Caufield highlights because so many of his goals are quite similar. It's like the Ovechkin one-timer. You see it over and over and over again, and you just keep on seeing it more. It doesn't slow down from there. Cole Caufield has established his own spot in the face-off circle on the left side where he just slips in. He slips into that spot, he finds the opportunity when nobody's looking, and they send a pass over to him, and it's a one-timer in the net. It's not even a super fast one-timer either. It's not an Ovechkin bomb. It's just insanely accurate, and it's insanely, insanely great because it goes in almost all the time because the goalie doesn't really see him there. Cole Caufield's offensive awareness is so pristine, and he's been showing that off in these past few games, that he's just able to find the right areas where nobody's guarding, nobody's watching, and take advantage of that. As a result, he had 6 goals in 3 games played, 2 of them against the best team in college hockey that most people were talking about. And then the next night, they played Minnesota Duluth again. They won 3-1, but Cole Caufield didn't actually get any goals. So Cole Caufield finishes up the weekend with a total of 6 goals in 4 games played. Boo-hoo, he goes from 2 goals a game to 1.5 goals a game? I cannot do mental math. Let's do that right here. 6 divided by 4, 1.5 goals a game. Yeah, I'm good at math. And sure, he didn't get a goal, and everybody on Twitter was kind of freaking out. They were kind of joking around saying, oh, Caufield didn't score in this game. Damn, what a bust. Of course, everybody's just joking around about that. But Cole Caufield right now sits at 7 points in 4 games. He has 1 assist on the year, too, if you didn't do the math correctly. And for me sitting here, just looking at Cole Caufield, I just have to reiterate that point. He's been so much better than I thought he would be. Cam Robinson, who is a very prominent Vancouver-based prospect reporter, talked about how he believes that Caufield will be the first NCAA freshman to get 30 goals since Kyle Connor. And in my opinion, that's really not out of the question. That was never out of the question. And honestly, to me, it was more of a, oh, I wouldn't be surprised if he did that, but I wouldn't really bet on it kind of scenario. I would have expected maybe like a goal every 2 or 3 games from Caufield, but this is just crazy. This is just crazy, the fact that he started out his first 3 games with 2 goals in each of them. And for me now, taking a look at 30 goals, it looks like a guarantee pretty much at this point, which is so weird because I was just on the, okay, let's be cautious about him kind of train earlier. Now, I know some people have some crazy high expectations for Caufield. Some people believe that he's going to break the NCAA goal record, getting 2 goals a game pretty much for the entire year. And at the beginning of the season, I was like, okay, hold your horses, you can have your opinions, but that's a little bit too far out there. And it's kind of scary now because I can take a look at that and say, hey, it's not reaching too far out into the stars, man. Crazier things have happened. But for Cole Caufield, obviously, getting 1 game where he doesn't score a single goal is going to decrease the averages, but it's fine because he's been doing so many other great things out there on the ice too, that he's just so good. It's such a blessing to be able to watch Caufield in this way. In fact, the 3-1 game against Minnesota Duluth on Saturday, sure, Cole Caufield didn't get a goal, but hey, Dylan Holloway got an assist, and Alex Turcotte got a goal too. So those are the other freshmen really putting in the work for this University of Wisconsin team. Of course, you have Linus Weissbach doing his thing. Alex Turcotte is actually doing really well right now. Turcotte is all the way up there at 8 points in 4 games played, tied for the lead in points on that team. He's got 3 goals and 5 assists. Linus Weissbach is tied as well. Cole Caufield has 7 points, so he's actually 3rd on the team in scoring. But as the season progresses, I'm going to expect nothing less, man. Keandre Miller, Dylan Holloway, Alex Turcotte, Linus Weissbach setting up these Cole Caufield goals like crazy. And if Cole Caufield can finish up the NCAA season with 30-plus goals like Cam Robinson predicted, then I really wouldn't be surprised. In fact, I'd be expecting it at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if Cole Caufield got 40 nowadays, which if you told me that 2 weeks ago, I'd absolutely call you crazy. The fact that some people were out here saying that he would get 60 was mind-boggling to me, and it was just an indicament of how people and how Habs fans have such high expectations for their prospects. And I'm never the one who wants to take a look at this and always look at the best case scenario, because best case scenario, Caufield does indeed break the goal record, but obviously I wouldn't want to say that it's realistic at the beginning of the year. However, after his showcase in the first 4 games of the year, it's not as unrealistic as I thought. Which is why I was wrong. He's way better than I thought he would be. And that's scary. Hope you enjoyed this video. Social Dash 99. And bye.